When do students typically learn about volume in geometry? Have you ever wondered when students first encounter the concept of volume in their geometry studies? It might surprise you to know that this important topic usually begins in late elementary school, around the 5th grade. At this stage, students are introduced to volume as the amount of space inside three-dimensional shapes. They often start with simple shapes like cubes and rectangular prisms. Understanding volume is all about measuring how much space an object occupies. As students grasp this basic idea, they begin to see how volume applies to everyday objects. Moving into middle school, typically in the 6th and 7th grades, students expand their knowledge of volume within the geometry curriculum. They learn to calculate volume for a wider variety of three-dimensional shapes, including cylinders, cones, pyramids, spheres, and even composite shapes. At this level, students start using specific formulas for each shape. For example, the volume of a rectangular prism is calculated by multiplying the length, width, and height. For a cylinder, the formula is pi times the radius squared times the height. When it comes to a cone, the formula is 1/3 times pi times the radius squared times the height. Lastly, the volume of a sphere is calculated using 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. As students practice these calculations, they also tackle real-world problems involving volume. This helps them understand practical applications, such as measuring the capacity of containers. In high school geometry courses, volume concepts are revisited with greater depth. Students explore volume in the context of advanced three-dimensional shapes. They may encounter proofs or derivations related to volume formulas. Additionally, they connect volume calculations to other geometry topics, such as surface area and coordinate geometry. Understanding volume fits naturally into the broader study of geometry. This includes shapes, angles, triangles, circles, and polygons. Volume focuses on the three-dimensional aspect of geometry, extending the study from flat figures to solid objects. This progression helps students build a solid foundation in spatial reasoning and measurement. In summary, volume is introduced around the 5th grade as a basic concept related to measuring space in three-dimensional objects. It develops through middle school with formulas and problem solving, and is further explored in high school geometry with more complex shapes and applications. This gradual approach makes the concept accessible and connected to other key geometry topics.